Yes then YouTube, the 4-2-3-1, you know how much I love this formation and how much I think most people have loved the 4-2-3-1 for many years. But before we get started, let's see if we can smash 200 likes on this video. So drop a like on the video for me, drop a comment down below and hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. So, you know how much I love the 4-2-3-1 and everyone loves the 4-2-3-1. The reason being, it is such a well-rounded, perfect formation. You've got everything you need. You've got the striker, you've got the 3 cams, which then make it 4 attackers. You've got the CDMs, which offer the defensive solidity, but then with the right player instructions, can really help you out going forward as well. So I think you then got the back 4 instead of the back 3 or the back 5. It's been very popular in Pro FIFA and Comp FIFA right the way back since, what, FIFA 15, FIFA 16? And I think it will continue to be so for a very long time. But before we get into the tactics, for your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, please do check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at a checkout for 5% off your order. So I thought, you know what? I haven't actually tried the 4-2-3-1 in quite a while. I haven't done an updated tactics video on it for nearly 2 weeks now. So used it in Division Rivals today. Smashed it as always. Teams are relevant because I used both the Road to Glory and the Pay to Win exactly the same custom tactics. So if it works on my Road to Glory, I know it'll work on my Pay to Win. If it works on my Pay to Win, I know it'll work on my Road to Glory. So, let's get straight into the custom tactics. Defensive style is always going to be balanced, YouTube. A balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. I always like that. I know a lot of you people do like the press after possession loss and pressure on every touch. Like I do say in every single video though, be wary when you're using them type of things, that especially with the pressure on heavy touch. At least with press after possession loss, it will drain your stamina a lot. But you know every time you lose the ball, your team is going to press. With the pressure on heavy touch, it's more down to if your opponent makes a bad decision and your opponent's players make a bad touch. So it can be a bit random, which means if your team all of a sudden presses and you're not expecting it, you can be a little bit like, whoa, and then all of a sudden you're wide open at the back. So because of that, I would stay well away. Balanced, I like to be in control of where and when my team presses. The width, YouTube, 45 on the defensive width. Just want to be a little more narrow than I would normally be. The reason being, having your players closer together, for example, your right back to your right centre back, your 2 CDMs closer together, your 3 cams, your strikers all closer together when defending, means you're more likely to play a switch to the correct player when you're defending, which means you'll be harder to break down. It's something that a very unspoken rule actually, that player switching is a very key thing, and when you defend a little more narrow, it's easier to get the player switching right. So because of that, 45. I don't feel like you need to go lower than 45 though. I did used to play 40 on the 4-2-3-1, not anymore. I feel like 45 is just as good, and then you're actually not too narrow, so you're still defending the wings a little bit. Now, the defensive depth, YouTube, this is where you need to use a little bit of your own initiative. So I use 60 on the depth, okay? So I like to be a little more aggressive than I would normally be in other formations. The reason being, in the 4-2-3-1, you got 2 CDMs, so you can afford to be a little more aggressive with the defending. You know, you've got that defensive solidity and the protection from the fact that they're actually playing as CDMs rather than central midfielders. So that's why I use the 60 depth. If you do struggle defensively though, which might be some of you guys, you know, some of you people might really struggle defensively, I would recommend going like a 45-55 combo. Very good. That I always say, like the happy medium G spot. You're not too aggressive, but you're not also just parking the bus as well. So I use 45 with 60. And then let me know, YouTube, okay? Because obviously my offense is going to be balanced with direct passing. Is there anything other than that you use? Because I have used every single combination you can ever think of, and I just can't find anything that works for me as good as the balance of direct passing. But I don't like coming on the videos all the time and telling you, yeah, I use balanced direct passing. But the problem is I do. And I don't lie in my videos. What I use is what I show you. So let me know. Is there anything that you can somehow convince me that is better? And I'll give it a go. But I've tried everything. But yeah. The width though, YouTube, 45. So basically, I want my lamb and my ram to be a little closer to the cam and the striker than they are normally on the preset. I really feel like that does help for me. So that's making it a little more narrow rather than wide. I don't want my lamb and my ram hugging the touchline as such. I want them in positions where they're going to score goals, which is obviously closer to the goal. So that's why I do that. Players in the box, I do use 7 on players in the box, okay? Very important. The reason I use 7 on players in the box is because The 4-2-3-1 is all about getting the attacking side right. The defensive side of the game will, I think, take care of itself because it's such a good such a good formation on the defense. It's all about getting it right going forward. So 7 players in the box. I always think of it like this, YouTube. The more players you have in your opponent's box, the more likely you are to score a goal. That's just the way I think. 2 corners and 2 free kicks. So, they're the custom tactics. That's how I set my team up, by the way. R9 up front, Mbappe in the cam position, Jairzinho on the right, Vinny on the left, and then midfield 2 and back 4. Pretty obvious, right? So, the striker, he is on stay central and getting behind. I think that is so key, especially YouTube, the stay central, okay? Because I don't want my striker drifting off out wide and stuff like that. I want him to stay in between the width of the goalpost. The reason for that, if he's drifting off out wide, who's then going up front? I haven't got anyone. I'm not playing a 2-striker formation. I think that is so key. And also, with the striker on getting behind, imagine here's your striker and here's your cam, yeah? Your striker will make that run up there, yeah? Even if you don't play that ball, the defenders will track the run of your striker, which then means you've got a lot more room to operate in here with your cam. So think about it logically, okay? Think about it logically and also not logically. Think about it logically, but then also just use a bit of common sense. So even if you don't pass the ball to him, creates more room for the cam, which then brings me on to my cam. My middle cam, completely default settings, apart from getting to the box for cross. Remember what I said, YouTube? More players in the box, more likely you are to score a goal. That is really as simple as I like to keep things in simple terms on FIFA. More players in the box, more likely you are to score a goal. So my cam is then on getting to the box for cross. That is it. My lamb and my ram, though, YouTube, very important. They are both on comeback on defence and then as well getting to the box for cross. Getting to the box for cross, I've talked about enough. More players in the box, more goals. The comeback on defence is to help out with the defensive side of the game. You see how I then don't have my cam, my middle cam on comeback on defence. So leave him on basic. He will then be closer to your striker for an easier counter-attack. And then this, YouTube, is where you need to use your own initiative again. I use both of my CDMs on cover centre. That is it. So both of my CDMs will get forward a little bit. If you struggle defensively, though, put the more defensive-minded CDM on stay back while attacking. So for me, it would be my team of the year, Jude Bellingham. He would be the more defensive one. He's the one I'd put on, but I don't. People are afraid to use their CDMs in the attacking side of the game. I don't know why. Use them. You know, they do help. They really do. And then last but not least, both of my fullbacks, left back and right back, are on stay back while attacking. I don't want them to go forward. And then last but not least, comes for crosses and sweeper keeper on the goalkeeper. And that right there, YouTube, is my updated 4-2-3 on my custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please drop a like on the video for me. Drop a comment down below. Let's see if we can smash 200 likes. And please subscribe to my channel. Most of you people that are watching won't be subscribed. Let's change that. It's free to do so. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love of positivity. PMA, positive, man, attitude. Peace out. One love.